Listen up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your evil hearts could desire from these nincompoops. Jason, Corey, Elgin, and Spooty.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where a punk rock band of brothers get together to talk about one of our shared loves, toy collecting. We're here to celebrate how these little colorful pieces of plastic can transform you into a little kid again. If this is your first time listening to or watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. That's
You're
super.
welcome.
Not you, turd. Talking to those guys, listening and watching. It's so cool of you to give us a little bit of your time. We really appreciate it. But you're going to learn soon enough. We're not toy experts. It's just a fact that we all have to face, and it's going to be okay.
Why are you guys looking at me like I'm going to say something?
You know why. But we're just toy enthusiasts, so we're going to definitely get some details wrong. Bound to happen. So let's introduce the band, your fellow podcast co-hosts. On lead vocals and rhythm guitar, he's our real American hero. It's Corey Cranny.
Hey guys, I actually have a group badge on a Facebook group that says I am the expert in that group, so I don't know if I've mentioned that before.
What group is that?
G.I. Joe's on Facebook. I don't know if I've said it before.
First time I've heard it.
On vocals and lead guitar, and a true master of the universe. He's the quiet one. He's Elgin Arney.
Yes. I am.
Oh, thank goodness. Next up on the bass guitar, he's more than meets the eye. He's our Transformers guy. It's Spooty.
No.
Oh,
Aw.
it's not?
Yes,
What are
because
we-
it's Josh.
No.
No, that's
That's
right.
You're going to go with Spooty.
Kevin Spooty.
No.
No.
Nobody likes that guy.
No, everybody hates
Fuck
that
that guy.
And on drums, it's me. I'm Jason. I'm here to share my love of Transformers and all things awesome. Dudes, BBTS, what's that stand for, Corey?
Big Bad Toy Store.
You know it.
You're welcome.
And the next time you want to visit BBTS, just use our affiliate link, bbts.cracktasticplastic.com, and it'll take you to the same big bad toy store you know and love. And by doing it that way, it shows them that we sent you there. So, once again, edit those bookmarks too, BB, there's only two of them, bbts.cracktasticplastic.com.
Beep beep TS.
That's good. Maybe we can write a jingle for him.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. BB.
Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, one thing that unites us all is our desire to keep our beloved toys in pristine condition. We all know that dust can be an unwelcome nemesis, silently sneaking into every nook and cranny, threatening to diminish the allure of our cherished treasures. But fear not. In this episode, we're going to equip you with the knowledge, tips, and tricks to keep your toy collection as dust-free as possible. We're also going to visit a toy store later, and it's near a place that's cool, but it's got a cool name, and you're going to hear all about it from Elgin soon later in the show, so stick around for that. You can follow us on Twitter at CracktasticPod and on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Patreon, all those places at /CracktasticPlastic, but you can follow all those things, find all those cool links at our website, cracktasticplastic.com. And while you're surfing the interwebs, be sure to stop. I got to make one of you guys read some of this part so it's not just
While
me
you're serving the
rambling.
internet, make sure to stop by our...
Toyhacks.com
There we go.
for all your retro label needs. They have an armory there where you can get some toy-accurate 3D printed weaponry and tons of amazing sticker sets for your toys. We also have a monthly caption contest, and why don't you tell them about that, Elgin?
Well, every month.
Well...
Well, back in my day, I can't recall.
If I wanted to read a caption, I had to walk uphill through the snow.
Then I'd buy the newspaper and say, "What's this caption?" We post a picture on our social media, and you write something funny, hopefully, and we pick it, hopefully.
Just like our nose.
And you get $5 of Toy Hacks.
That was apostrophe S.
I think you may have just had a stroke.
I don't know what's happening. But, yes.
Quick, put a wallet underneath my tongue.
But right now, let's talk about what toys we've picked up lately in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
Listen up, you fools! If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander! In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again! But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels my superb rule of Cobra! Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
All right, Corey Canny, kick it off over there. What you got?
Last week I was too uncomfortable from the waist down to bring my my whale along with me that I finally completed with our trip to Peddler's Post with the windshield.
Ooh.
So
we went all that way for a fucking windshield.
We went all that way.
That's the only thing you bought? Oh, man.
Yeah, that's all I bought, and I just smacked the shit out of it. Yeah, that's finally complete, and someone will comment, I'm sure, out of all of the 100 comments, someone will notice that we that I don't have the button to launch the sled in there. And I have it. It's just at home because I didn't feel like taking it apart to piece that all together. And I'm never going to. So, suck on that. Anyway, there's that. Yeah, it does the thing.
So cool.
Yeah, I
What
love
a
it.
beast.
I like it took me forever. Like I was like high on my list of I really want one of these, and then Jeremy's like, "Hey, here's a shell you can have for free and some parts for free."
Have we said what it is?
They're
the whale?
the killer whale.
Whale?
The propellers
Horns?
aren't seated in there properly. I need
Okay,
to
I
shove them in. So
That's
you didn't hurt anything. You just
Oh.
Anyway, yeah. So he gave me that shell, and then like Brad, I'm gonna fuck this up. Brad Kozlerich. I don't know.
Nailed it.
Because Lozlerich. I sent him a message. I was like, "Hey, you got any whale parts?" He said, "Yeah, I got all these." And so he sent me some stuff, and then I got the vein. No, yeah, the vanes. No, not the vanes. I got the fan shrouds and the propellers and the gearbox on eBay for $30, I think. Which those usually the fan shrouds on broken are $30 a piece. And then the broken ramp came from eBay too. The Elgin just broke there.
I didn't do it.
And so, anyway, I'm into a complete whale for less than $100, and they're $300 easily. So I'm
I was
pretty
going to
happy
ask
about
that. And do you remember what they were original retail price?
For less than 20,
$20 for
like 16, $18.
Oh my lord!
This is my first attempt at doing Hot Wheels stuff. So those were both completely beat to shit, and the paint was terrible, and so I stripped those down and took them apart and did wheel swaps and paint jobs and cleaning jobs on both of those today. And I was like, well, I'm gonna try it. And this is my first time, and I thought it didn't turn out too terrible, but
Cool.
yeah, I'm really
Custom Hot Wheels.
really getting into the Hot Wheels and Matchbox shit. Unfortunately, it's cheaper than GI Joe's.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious set.
One of your
from
favorite
Dollar
movies.
General.
We know.
Yeah, love those movies. They're so good. Everything about them is the acting is present.
Have you ever watched one?
I've watched the first two, and after the second one, I was like, "Fuck this! I'm never
It's two
watching
more
one of
than I've
these
watched.
again." And then the Top Gun Maverick set. I got really excited about seeing the jet in there. Apparently, Hot Wheels makes cars for blind people.
What?
Hot Wheels Braille Racer.
Oh, I saw
here.
that. I
Um,
mean, I felt it
yeah,
Whoa.
because it's pretty.
I like paint variants, and so I found these two dudes. These are the same cast with different paint.
Oh yeah, those racing.
Got this cool little Toyota thing. This boring, stupid cars. The one I got most excited about
He's
this
so
week that I
embarrassed
found
still.
is this Honda Cafe Racer CB750.
Hot Wheels does motorcycles.
I know, and that one was that one's actually really cool.
You love motorcycles.
Yeah, and I do. I love motorcycles because they're awesome. I'm not like. There's some G.I. Joe stuff at home that I need to bring, but I kind of there's some stuff I need to fix, and I don't want to bring it until I have fixed some things. And so that's why my G.I. Joe, other than bringing this whale today, my G.I. Joe hauling has been pretty dialed back lately.
bet I could fit a Mega Constructs character on this.
I bet you could too.
Ooh. Crack it open and find out.
Yeah, tear it in half, and then hit it with a hammer,
Okay.
and then beat the Mega Constructs figure onto it. Yeah, I mean, I'm
the way it
not
was
really
meant to
like. There's a couple of sets that I got, and inadvertently like got almost all of them. So I am trying to complete those. I'm missing like one car from each. Other than that, I'm not like I'm only buying stuff that I just think looks cool or unique, like the weird Braille racer. Like,
That's pretty weird. Pretty cool.
how are they gonna know they won? Like, you won. Just kidding. No, I'm not. You'll never know.
Oh,
Wow.
so
It's
mean.
kind of rude, Hot Wheels, if you think about it. Like, Mattel's kind of being a dick with those.
Yeah.
How do they even know to look for them?
Yeah, that's a good point. How do they get to the store?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to Elgin.
All right.
Edit.
I didn't bring too much stuff this time. I have other stuff, but it's still in the box. I'll do it next time.
Of course.
I'll start with this CGI He-Man.
Woo!
This is He-Man and Stridor. It was a 2-pack.
It's a mighty steed.
Yeah, so they did kind of they did a new version of He-Man, kind of with this kind of battle cat armor and his sword flying off.
Sword flying action.
I put that on the back, on his back. But it's all black and stuff, which kind of made him look more menacing, almost. But yeah, this was a 2-pack.
Those oversized mitts sure help with that too.
Yeah, exactly. But I thought it was really cool with this kind of battle cat on his shoulders.
Oh, that is cool armor.
Kind of
And black. That's
knight-ish.
awesome.
And so this was their version. I don't remember this on the show. I don't need to rewatch season 3, I guess. But this was Stridor. This was their version of Stridor. So Motu Origins already came out with one, and there was a vintage one as well, and probably classics and 2000X. So this is their version of it with this.
This one's very Pokemon-ish.
Yeah, purple and gold, tan,
Some
whatever
translucent in there.
Gold.
color. Yeah.
Goldish.
Not really too much movement on other than the legs, and then the guns kind of move. But
Neat design, though.
yeah, I like because it's just a different take on kind of that horse, mechanical horse that they always did on the
Those back legs.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't remember it on the show, so it's probably there. But I have to rewatch it, I guess. I do remember this. This was the Sorceress when she had her power.
Yeah.
So very reminiscent of the vintage type Sorceress, except with that character, with the colors, especially that translucent wings, and her helmet does come off, so you can kind of see her, and she has her hair, white hair, and everything.
So cool.
But she comes with, so instead of Zor, they just call it like Falcon. They don't really call it anything else.
Huh.
But she can hook to this to hold on to the feet. So this is like an all white and light blue, and
It's like a hang glider.
yeah, basically she can hang on it and fly with it.
Fucking cool.
So this was also a 2-pack. Oh my god,
Haha.
this was also a
this is
2-pack.
Great.
There, and the helmet just kind of sits on her. But yeah, that orange and light blue and white and everything is kind of very awesome. That I got these for Christmas.
Kind of
That's exactly what it made. How did you know that?
So much.
The Falcon doesn't have any movement other than like the original Zor. You could push a button and its wings would flap. This one doesn't have that action feature. Then I have a couple alternation figures.
Yay!
First one is Sham. He's a chameleon. These are all human animal hybrids. So
Look
it's
at
like
that tail.
chameleon and like alligator and human with this kind of
The suit. Suspender.
suspender suit and kind of all green, and it's supposed to, parts of them are supposed to change color with like temperature. I haven't really tried that yet. I think it's the top
Put
of
it
his
in your
head.
mouth and see.
I think his tail or something. Yeah. I'll leave that to you, Corey.
Okay.
He will.
He does have an action feature
Falls
of
for it every time.
of his tongue coming out.
See it before you do. Oh, good. I wondered what that
and
was.
you can put a little sticky tab on his tongue. It comes with it, and then
Doesn't look like a nut sack at all.
and he can like grab stuff and then bring it back in.
They came
That's
with a
pretty
sticky
awesome.
tab.
Yeah, a little stick they can put on. I haven't put it on there.
That's
but,
cool.
And there's like his arms are translucent plastic, and there's lots of articulation, and his tail's like a rubbery
What's your
tail.
second favorite color?
Exactly. Yeah, translucent and glow in the dark.
My kids watch this show on PBS called Wild Kratts,
Yep,
and
I
like
watch it all
that
the time.
looks like one of their like
Oh,
weird
yeah.
power up kind of things
Definitely.
that they would.
The suit that they put on.
Yeah.
Well, it's become a chameleon, and then that's what they are.
What a cool.
So he comes with some accessories. He has a little gun with a silencer on it, and then an umbrella that has a blade that comes out and can stab.
Jesus.
And then he has this book that inside is dynamite. You can take that out and
Yeah,
like
kids, don't read. It's
Oh, and the
dangerous.
eyeballs
Yeah.
move when you.
yes,
when
the
his tongue
eyeballs
comes out,
move when
too.
it's sunk. Yeah,
Saggy. Nope.
yeah.
Saggy.
And they also come with packing comics. So then there's the little comic with that as well.
What a secret
So,
gem of a toy line.
I know they're pretty awesome.
I'm glad to see you've connected with them on
Yes.
Instagram and
Yeah. The other one I got was Albert 7. He's this little guy here. He's a hybrid of a capuchin monkey, a bull, and a human. And his tail
freaking
is
cool.
has a wire in it, so you can bend it around and move it
Yeah.
and stuff. And he's articulated around. He's got some crazy eyes and everything.
It's like a smaller scale. Is there
Yeah,
different lines within, or
no,
he's just small?
yeah. So there's no like standard size.
Right, bubble top head guy was gigantic.
Yeah, the Sabotage, that robot guy, was huge. And then there's El Rey, who's kind of similar to Sham. And then this Albert 7, he's smaller. There's Quilroy that's like large. And then there's a giant frog called Dart that flips, and he's bigger too. So they're kind of all over the place. He also comes with a pack-in comic as well. They're kind of the figures are on the back there if you wanted to look on the comic. I don't know if you'll pass
That's
that
neat.
He comes with some accessories as well. He has this little mallet that has a glove that comes, boxing glove that comes out.
Harley Quinn would like
Yeah,
that one.
he's kind of the jokester, I guess, in the the group. He has this gun with like this laser thing on the front. I don't know. It's like some. I don't know. I can't remember what they describe it as. He has this M16 with a banana clip
Oh yeah, that's
'cause
some
he-
of the worst bullets.
because he's a monkey. He also has this pie, and they call it a cream pie, and it was really hard to not make a joke about that with Ethan when he was with me when I was talking about
Earmuffs,
this.
Ethan.
Yeah, exactly. And then he comes with a whoopee cushion
Whoa.
that Ethan broke
What a
when he was trying to
jokester.
fill it up,
Oh.
but I just need to fix it. But yeah, so
So many accessories.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff to
So many
lose.
tiny
Tiny
accessories.
pieces to lose. Yeah,
You hardly bring accessories, but then you brought
yeah.
all this.
This one I threw them all in the box when I got done doing the unboxing, so that's why I have them right now. But yeah, there's
It's like G.I. Joe all over again.
yeah, there's a lot of accessories.
And they retail for
25, I believe, on their website. Sometimes 20, some are 20, some are 25. Depends on
do you
size,
still
I guess.
check Amazon for deals?
I
and
do.
stuff?
I just need 2 more to fill out the line.
Oh,
I need,
cool.
Quilroy and Dart. I think I have them on my wish list.
Then it's photo shoot time.
And then yeah, I can put them all together and do stuff. I
Buy
guess.
it, battle.
Yeah.
YMCA.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's all I have. today.
Cool. All right, Spudamus.
I got things.
Sweet.
So
Like
I
what?
like things that I forgot to show off last time
8 things.
with the Peddler's Post thing.
Right, we had 1 hour of toy showing, and you still
I-
forgot.
So this third-party Ultra Magnus,
Cool.
which is pretty cool, and it is only like, so it's not a separate cab when he transforms, which is kind of too bad, but
His shoulder pads are smaller. Seems like. Aren't they like usually giant? Like these tower
Yeah.
things?
His head's kind of small compared to his like feet.
Yeah.
Are huge.
Yeah, his feet are pretty bulky.
Yeah, but third party. That's cool. Do you remember the name of the third party?
It's spelled Ultra McGuinness on
It's
the
got
Yes,
it's got ankle tilt.
It is whatever that is.
Old Toll.
Ultra McGuinness.
I wanna show that.
Yeah, it's TRL. From MTV.
Mm-hmm.
McGuinness.
Nice.
I can't read the back for some reason.
I think it's because it's Japanese.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, you want me to read it?
Advanced
Yeah.
toys.
All right.
I want you to read it for you.
It's pretty cool. I like it.
Oh,
And
Mech,
this-
Mech Fans Toys. That's the brand.
Yeah. And a Thrill in 30s Orion Pax, which is,
Cool.
Optimus Prime.
What'd you call them? Orion Pex?
Orion Pax.
P-A-X.
Oh.
And there's a couple
Pax.
more Orion Paxes coming out in the new line.
And that's a third party called Orion and Plaxes.
No. This is main line.
So that's the only third party one I had is the
Oh, okay.
Ultra Magnus.
You mean Ultra
Ultra Magnusus.
McGuinness?
And I got another. Actually, I have several more titanium ones. I got the Megatron, so I have both Megatrons now, but he's not that cool looking. But I
They
got
rearrange
Grimlock.
the letters of Megatron. It's Game Nort.
Hey, Grimlock, who is probably the coolest looking one in robot mode.
He looks awesome, man.
In tank mode, not so much.
So how many you have left for the titanium series?
There is the
deluxes?
G1 Ultra Magnus.
Oh yeah,
It was
the big
like
bucks.
at least $80 or something. There's the Fallen,
Yep.
and then there's another version,
That's
the
cool.
Target exclusive version of Optimus Prime.
So 3 away.
Yeah.
Remember when we used to have a Target? That was cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Thanks, Corey.
And I got this War for Cybertron Generation Select Bug Bite. In like the worst shipping package. So it was new and unopened, and they just slapped the shipping label on the
Outside
outside
of
of the box, which is exactly what everyone wants. I got
So it's Bumblebee, but a different name now?
it's the Bumblebee Cliff Jumper mold,
Yeah.
but it's the what is the?
He's a mercenary.
It's kind of like the. He's up here somewhere.
Yep.
One of those guys. The one guy that you still need are the black and the white ones.
Oh, it's like those are still. He's smaller though than the. Holy shit!
Just run amok.
Run amok and run about.
Run about. And then I got a Beast Wars 2 Transmetals
It's colored.
Eraser.
Back metal.
So some back metal. Kind of looks cooler in the bird mode, but stands up easier in the bird mode.
I'm sure.
And I got the Transmetal 2
That's cool.
Beast Wars 2 Transmetal. I can't remember if it's Beast Wars 2 Transmetals or Transmetals 2.
I think it's that.
Yeah.
Beast Wars 2nd is a
It's a
Japanese
different-
thing. Yeah.
Tarantulus,
Fuck
who I've
yeah.
been wanting for a while.
You have.
He's kind of been hard to find with all of his legs
Yep.
because they're ball joints and they just pop out. So.
Because there's 8 of them.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, those colors. That green and purple on that dark blue.
Gold.
And the
Black.
fucking cool.
And then I also got that scavenger, but I got to do some work on him before I can show him off.
Dude,
'Cause
this is badass.
Because his vac
Yeah, that's
job
probably my
is,
favorite one.
is coming off. I
Elgin's
need
into
to-
Beast Wars now.
Yeah.
That's the only show I really watched.
Oh.
Like
And then
when I was
I-
younger.
Shiny bird feet.
Yeah. I got a G2 color changer, Deluge.
Deluge.
He's missing his little squishy thing, which is
Just
actually
couldn't-
smaller.
Just couldn't let me have the only color changers.
It was like
I know.
$5. So it's
They do.
$5 with like free shipping. I couldn't not.
And this is the
But it's going
F1.
to cost me $40 to get the other two parts that he's missing.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get mine either. But yeah, he's an F1 racer, so he's fucking cool.
Yeah. So he has like a spoiler, and I might just get that because it actually goes on top of the squishy part, and so like
That
it kind
squirts
of
water.
looks
Oh.
cool. So the ones that you have are like bigger and like they stick out from it. This one doesn't. It actually is still.
Yeah, mine both have tubes that go to the
Yeah.
front with a little pump that goes in the back, and that's weird.
Is this almost broken, or is it broken and you glued it back together, or someone did?
It's got a crack. Yeah. I don't know if it actually got glued.
Just pull on it. See
Yeah, I knew it was cracked in the color changing part on his hood there. That was actually in the description. It's probably why it's $5.
Yeah.
And then I just got today a fairly rough but doable G1 Jetfire.
Oh yeah.
He's got a broken shoulder, and I may have broken his hand. It may have been broken.
We may never
His
know.
left one. It's in there, but
Rough but doable. That's like my 30s.
yeah.
Ah.
And I got the back, back fins. I could probably get them reattached
Yeah.
at some point.
You know those clear rubber bands that come on our toys?
Yeah.
I have one of those that's holding
Surround.
that stuff on it. So you can't see it, but it's holding it there. So
So you'll lose it.
And so I don't know if I'm going to
do some whitening.
do some whitening on it,
Yellow.
or some painting to a different color.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, like the trouble that you run into with whitening is that like all this red paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unless you cover it with like Vaseline or something, it's gonna bleach that out too
Yeah.
and turn it orange and gross looking.
Well, it depends how you do it. If you get if you dip it, like that'll happen. But they make like some paste stuff now you can put on, so
like
you
the
can. You just
Salon
have to be
40,
really
or
careful.
is it like a different? Oh, like it's an actual.
So
So
you-
you just paste it. You paint it onto the
it's
white
basically
part
the
and
same thing. It's like a hydrogen peroxide
Yeah.
like paste.
It's just
so you can-
thicker.
yeah.
Okay.
You just got to be really careful to not get it on the colors. But
Interesting.
That's why I'm not doing that one.
yeah. But then I always thought about, he does have a couple armor pieces, but I thought about getting like the blue one and then paint him gray or something. Because like that's kind
Make
of
a
a
new
cool look.
character.
Well, there's a third party like dark version of him that has like purple armor, and he's
Kinda
like
shattered
kind of black.
glass-ish.
Yeah. It looks pretty cool. I thought about doing that maybe, but
Cool.
he checks a big one off my list.
It's a big
for,
one.
for pretty cheap.
Heck yeah.
And
Cool.
That's all I got.
All right. Well, I got a bunch of junk too. I'll try to go fast. So we had Chris Madison, Lego expert, on the other day, and I couldn't help
Yep.
myself. Right after we got off the show with him, I had to go buy this guy, and I'm excited to put him together. It's a transformer that's a Lego, kind of 3-in-1. I don't know if creator, is that just the line, or is it the name
Yeah.
of
That's
this?
the line.
Yeah.
And so they usually do like there's 2 or 3 different things you can build.
Yeah. It's usually a 3-in-1 type of
So it's a
deal.
dragon, a jet, and a robot. Look at that. That's
No,
cool.
Ethan has like a one that makes an alligator and
Yeah.
something and
And a robot?
something.
Is a
No.
robot one?
No.
Oh,
It's
okay.
all
I
3
don't want
animals.
it.
It's like 3 different animals.
It's like an alligator and
But it could be.
a flock of seagulls and your
It's an
mom.
alligator, a crocodile, and then
and a salamander.
and, and another type of crocodile.
I got this Inferno on our way to Peddler's Post. Didn't have him. Kind of love him. Big boy. I don't do Beast Wars too much, but it's hard to just pass them up when they're big and cool like that.
How could you pass up anything like that? Looks awesome.
I know. That's why I have so many toys, Elgin.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to. I'll do a not
And that's why you
transformer.
run into the store before I get there.
Exactly.
'Cause there was only one of them.
There was only one.
Of course.
This is a thing I didn't know existed. I've seen these kind of hard case things. I got a Justice League one for Mike for
Okay.
Christmas that has like a bunch of characters in there, and it's much bigger. But this is just a set with the Halloween poster. It's of Michael Myers, but it's a Walmart exclusive glow in the dark. Elgin's favorite color. Pop of Michael Myers, and it comes in this hard shell kind of case, but it's like an oversized pop box kind of thing. Watch the video, but so it's like a orange tinted kind of outfit, and just his skin and everything. It's kind of weird, but yeah, pretty excited to find him. Didn't know he existed.
He looks a little jaundiced.
It does. It does.
So the like the arms for the
What?
cannon turn into little skids.
Awesome.
I got this robot chicken. That's neat, right?
Hey, why'd the chicken cross the road?
Why?
Because.
I didn't officially laugh at that. That wasn't me.
But
But the new wave of the Earthspark Warrior class figures came out, and saw them pretty early, so I had to grab it. And this guy's he's awesome. He's Jawbreaker is his name. He's one of the new Terrans, which is the new race of Transformers that are born on Earth. Which is a great, again, Earthspark's a great show. It's on Paramount Plus. It's awesome. It's worth a watch. Absolutely. I love it. And this guy, I'm not sure I can't remember if he transformed. He didn't have a alt mode on the show yet, but apparently it's not a chicken, but it looks like a chicken. Maybe it's more of that dinosaur with the...
it's a Stiggy.
Sorta. But yeah, Elgin's got all the...
mullet.
It's not a chicken, but it's a chicken.
It's the one that rams. It has a skull that's like.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I don't have Paramount
It's
Plus.
neat. So I don't know how he got the alt mode, and I look forward to watching it again or finding out. And then also in that wave is my boy Starscream. Oh yeah, which is just a repaint of the Sky Warp that came out in the last wave, but it's great. For being a simple
Pachyosaurus.
for being a simple, I mean, all our Earthspark toys are kind of the kid line, and these are there's like 3 steps in the kid line. There's deluxe, warrior class, and some 1-steps, and a few different kinds of 1-steps. And so he's in the middle, but for being a middle, super, like you look at his legs, it's like hollowed out. Even the backside of them aren't even there. These guns are just molded onto his arms. It's so simple, but like I had a heck of a fun time transforming him last night, and it's like it was kind of hard. And like, and he has tabs that tab in places to once you get him where you eventually need to get him. Got these tabs you got to jam kind of to lock them in. Oh, it's so satisfying.
You think that as you're becoming older, you're becoming more simple, and that's why the kid ones are harder to do?
Moving on, we got. Speaking of cool dinosaurs, you're probably right. Speaking of cool dinosaurs, these I didn't think were out on the shelves yet, and because they haven't even I haven't
They
been
probably
seeing
weren't
them.
supposed to be.
There's a chance. I had them pre-ordered on Pulse, and it's the core class Legacy Evolution, which is just the next wave of Legacy. These are the core class ones of the Dinobots, and this is Scar. He's kind of the 6th Dinobot of the 5 you normally know, but he's just another. I'll let Spooty transform him, and you can tell me what kind of transformer he is, but or what kind of dinosaur he is. And then I also got Swoop, which was really exciting. And so there's 6 of these core class Dinobots that combine into Dino King, basically, or Volcanicus is his real name. But so I just got one more to go. I'm pretty excited. But that Swoop's really cool.
Do they combine and like with that? Do they all the core ones make something? Do you know?
All of the Dinobots,
Yeah.
yes.
Of this line though,
They're the only combiner ones
Okay.
in the core class.
'cause I saw like this hand
Uh-huh.
weapon that's given the finger.
And then even the Swoop transformation on this little tiny core class thing's pretty similar to the G1 too.
Yeah.
And then 2 more. I know, guys, it's ridiculous, and I just have a soft spot for 1-step toys. I don't know what it is. There's no reason I should like them, but I just do. Well, I had to get this. I didn't even know there was a 1-step of Starscream. But he's pretty neat.
That's
But
cool.
bam, 1-step move. Really cool. He looks just like the last one we pulled around. And it took a minute to figure out how to get him to flip where you need to get him. And then I also got Prowl. But when you watch Prowl, watch this. just one little push a button.
Whoa.
Oh, he just jumps right up. I'll do it again because it's so cool.
It's an ankylosaur.
Thanks.
Thank
Did you say ankylosaur?
Ankylosaur.
Yeah. Does he have a tail?
The hand.
The
Oh,
hand is
okay.
the... Yeah.
The club tail.
So that... Oh, and then I knew I was going to get a 3D printed stand for my retro reissue Starscreams. I don't know if I'm going to get a stand for the Thundercracker and Inevitable Skywarp, but Destron Designs did this little 3D printed flight stand kind of thing. It comes in 3 parts. This little clips onto the bottom of the jet, and it's neat because it's built on a little hex, so you can put it in and your jet can do 6 different angles, which is neat. And then
rad.
Another thing it has is in this base there's a little hole, and it comes with a screw and a drywall anchor, so you can put it on the wall and mount your guy on the wall,
or hang your coat from it.
True. And then, but I also then got, because these reissues have the safety missiles, Destron Design did some G1 sized missiles. So these are the proper small, short little things, not on a god dang. So you can see proper missiles for the jet, and then like the ones for his null rays are shorter, like they're supposed to be. They damn near hung down to the ground on the other ones because they had to be so long for safety and blah, blah. If you want to see them, you can see them, I guess.
Okay.
And that's Destron Designs. I've bought a few things there. Pretty cool place, pretty cheap, nice dude. I got that Shockwave cannon from a G1. He sells a lot of stuff. It's neat. Worth checking out.
Cool.
Oh, my goodness. Well, guys, it's time to get
Go
undirty.
Oh.
No.
Want to get a little bit dirty.
Let's talk about dusting our toys.
Oh, okay.
That's one way. Well, Spooty, you've got a collection that is out and open and in the world, loose, and
Would
like
everyone like to see us spend the next hour dusting it?
All right, let's go.
you brought
This is what
some
I got.
tools.
I mean, because I had to go so far to get them.
Right.
And so notice with the toothbrush, I even cut like the very front ones down, so like they're a little stiffer, so you can get into some
get
of the.
some pressure on
yeah.
your bristles.
And it's less dusting than like cleaning.
Yeah.
Like
So he has a
Crap
toothbrush, and then he also has a makeup brush. That's nice. I brought mine too. This is what mine looks like.
Yeah,
couple.
mine is not here and present, but it's basically like in between those two. It's yours is kind of a big poofy one,
So
and
soft.
mine comes to like a point,
Oh.
and it's good for getting into the crevasses and the
Sure.
tight spaces, and the handle has a very nice shape. Yeah. But I do a lot more washing than I do dusting. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, like I take stuff off the shelf and I completely disassemble it, and then warm water and soap and a toothbrush. And
Dawn dish soap is
Yeah,
kind of
just
the
like a
shit.
teeny tiny little bit.
Yeah.
And that's only if something's like really dirty. Most of the time it just takes like water, and like just water is fine.
And a toothbrush?
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I
I'll
always-
usually do that when I buy any new vintage Moti stuff,
Douse it in rubbing alcohol and acetone.
and then burn it. And then, yeah.
Oh, why is it-
But yeah, I'll usually
yeah.
wash it just because they're pretty dirty.
a lot of times.
A lot of the vintage Moti stuff
Yeah.
has been played with,
Mhm.
and so
They've got those soft heads that just like collect
dirt,
dirt
and grime, and whatever.
and butthole,
Yeah.
whatever.
I don't really have anything. I have some Mega Constructs that are out, and they're dusty. I probably should dust them. They actually
Yeah.
even have like cobwebs coming off.
I'm
of
like
some,
Elgin.
off of some of them.
I'm terrified
I was-
of dusting my Hogwarts castles.
I was like looking at it before I came here, and I was like, I should probably clean that.
So I bought this thing on Amazon for
What
like
is that?
$30.
Laser
It
gun.
looks like
Pew,
a laser
pew.
gun.
It's a vacuum.
It's a cute little vacuum. It's
With
about
a
the same
trigger.
size as a
It's
Nintendo
a trigger,
zapper.
so it's rechargeable. But also where the red thing is on the back, if you take the front off, you can actually use it to blow, and it comes with
Ah.
like little pointy
Yeah,
bits.
you can.
Both
Nice.
sucks and blows.
Yeah,
You should send us a link to that.
I thought he did one
I
time.
did.
Did
Oh,
you?
you should send us a link to
Yeah,
that
when I
again.
bought it.
Nice. What do you do with this?
Clean stuff.
You just rub it on your toys.
Yeah, depends. Oh, it's real dirty right now.
Smoking gun.
Yeah, it is.
I probably just vacuumed off my air purifier with it.
So not toys.
That's another thing on the list. Air purifiers. Do you have one in your rooms?
Yes.
No.
Does it work?
No.
Well, dang it, because I've been thinking about getting one.
You need to get you need to spend some money on
Like a
one.
Dyson.
for it
Not
to
the
actually
$30
work.
one
Like a
on
Dyson
Amazon.
one or
No, it's
something?
not going to make a difference. Yeah, like
It just won't.
yeah, like a Dyson one or like a good one. Get on Amazon and then look at them and then don't buy any of them and then like search on the
See
actual
what-
internet.
And then go to Temu and get one for
Yeah.
$5.
That'll actually work.
But what does
yeah.
it? What does it do? As
It's
I'm dumb,
supposed
I've
to-
never had
it's
one
supposed
before.
to just filter the dust out of the air and
Sucks up.
yeah, and
Sucks
But
dust.
quietly,
yeah,
Right.
but you got to get a big one, or it just kind of sits in the
or it just
corner,
cleans the air in that
quietly-
spot over
yeah,
there.
quietly cleaning like 3 cubic feet of space.
Yeah.
Like I have one in my bedroom, which is pretty small, and I think it does okay in there. But like anything bigger than that,
Yeah, because your entire apartment is your toy room, so you need at least one in each room,
Right.
or get like a big expensive one. Yeah,
Just a thought.
yeah.
Yeah, because I'm coming up on a year of having my toys sitting on the shelf, and
Mhm.
it's
And you haven't dusted anything.
not in a year, and it's time. And I realized why there's this phrase called spring cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, for me, I guess for my example, like, we put the air conditioners back in, so I
Mhm.
won't have open windows. When I lock down all my windows and put stuff over all my windows to keep light out, but that's definitely a hint if you don't ever plan on opening it. Take some gaff tape or duct tape and seal your window. That isn't going to hurt anything.
Yeah, that's what dust is. That's
But-
from the outside world.
Yeah. Yeah, hermaphroditically seal your
Get a
rooms.
giant bubble and live in that.
But I've done that to my windows. And when my landlord, when he put in the AC units, he literally just had his Gorilla Tape and just he taped every damn thing and it's,
but, the dust is mostly just dead skin cells.
shut your
Mhm.
face. But I
And,
don't
like dried
acknowledge.
saliva
It
and
is.
shit.
I don't acknowledge.
Stuff that you brought in your beard from outside.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Flakes.
Right, but also it comes from outside, and so that's one way to stop it. Other people's shit
You
getting
just-
on my toys.
Should just you could hang an air purifier around your neck.
It's tempting now that you remind me of what dust is. Anyway, it's my dust. I don't care.
Sure.
When it's other people's dust,
Dirty
that's
dust.
gross.
Yeah.
Dirty skin dust.
Yeah, I last time we were at Larry's looking at his toy room thinking like, man, that stuff is packed in there so tight. I don't
Yeah.
think he ever dusts anything.
It's a complete disassemble, reassemble.
Yeah, no fucking way.
I know.
Yeah,
It'd be tough.
I haven't dusted anything in a while except for so last year, no, early this year. I don't remember. I think it was early this year. We had some work done to our house, like new windows and doors and gutters and just that kind of stuff. And we had new basement windows put in, but the basement windows that the contractor got were like an inch wider than the existing windows. And so he had to cut out part of the foundation, like the concrete, And
Oh, you told me. Oh.
yeah, and he didn't realize that like there was crawl space next to the basement and that it wasn't sealed. And so I walk into my house and there's just this plume of concrete dust coming up from the basement. And I'm like, fuck. And so I go out and I'm like, hey,
You just ruined my life.
he's like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that, because like he could have, he didn't realize it wasn't like sealed off.
Right.
And he could have hung plastic up around
At
where he was
least,
working. Well, he would have if he
Yeah.
had known. Like he was felt like really bad about it. So I dusted every single thing I own this year because I had to, because there was a layer of concrete dust on like in
Ugh.
my entire basement. And that was
Heartbreaking.
gross and awful, and like yeah, had to have all the windows open with fans going everywhere, just like sucking that shit out of there. And I'm pretty sure like I took the kids somewhere else so they wouldn't get horrible infections from it. Like it was everywhere. And luckily I caught it before it filled up the house, but I have like this industrial floor fan that's like really, really like moves a shitload of air sitting at the back window, just sucking all that stuff out the back door as I smack you in the arm. Yeah, so that was terrible and I hated it, but and so I haven't dusted anything in a while now. But I'm more interested in have you ever knocked anything over, broken anything? Because I'm sure it's happened. I see it on Facebook all the time. People are like, I was dusting and this thing fell off and hit the floor, which is why I went on my tirade about use
blue
blue
tack,
tack
yeah.
and stop using those
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
stands. But
So you guys saw the table when you came here,
Uh-huh.
because I did that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not the Ultra Magnus that's been sitting there.
Oh,
That was a reissue that I put back in its box.
Huh.
And so I cleaned it off really well. It was real bad.
Yeah, I realized with my new place, I'm about a year in, and I'm like, okay, I finally think I need to do something. Like it's noticeable because I have some black shelves, and it really shows on that.
yeah. You got
I have some wood color, just bare wood stuff, and it doesn't show too bad.
no, but the black shelves.
The
I mean,
fucking
there's
black
no.
is-
That's more than just taking off one figure at a time and dusting. Yeah, clear that whole shelf.
Yeah.
And get that.
There's some
Yeah.
videos I want to do with the stuff on those black shelves, and I'm like, well, I ain't doing it now. It's too embarrassing. I want to have a dusting party and just like buy some pizza and bring everybody over and
Not it.
do it really. Just knock it out in an hour or
Uh,
two.
Kind of sounds gross.
Yeah.
I'm down.
think some
Yeah,
pizza,
Elgin's in. You
pizza
dirty.
and respirators.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Yeah,
like you got to vacuum while you're doing it, because otherwise that dust just goes into the air and then settles right back down on your toys.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why compressed air, probably not a good idea.
No, it's just gonna blow it everywhere
It's a
and knock
short-
your stuff over.
It's a short fix,
Yeah.
quick fix.
Unless you like have a window open, you shoot it
Yeah.
out.
I'm sure there are ways to get the dust out of the air, but like an air purifier would work really well.
That'd probably be the best.
But it is just going to come back down on
Yeah.
all the other toys.
If you're dusting it, yeah, it's just gonna.
That's why these
Comes there
makeup
and-
brushes aren't perfect, because they don't
No.
really, they just move the dust. They don't really soak
Sure.
it up.
You
Where
should
like,
take the toy outside and
true,
Yeah.
where like these Swiffer types, they
It's supposed to trap it a little.
they
better,
trap a
but
lot more than anything else.
Sure.
So I definitely,
like
for the big
static-
areas,
static electricity.
Four
until you accidentally
shelves.
trip over your couch and then like hit it on something.
I gotta start over. Yeah, definitely want to start. It seems obvious, but definitely want to start at the top and work your way down.
Oh
If you're just gonna
shit!
see, I'm glad I said it now.
So that you get one big thick layer of dust on the bottom, and then because you're almost 50 years old, like some of us, you can't bend over that far to clean that shit up.
Yeah. How often do you think you would? So you,
If my setup was like yours, I would probably do one shelf a week all year long
that's a move.
and just rotate them.
That's
Like just keep going, because
That's not a bad.
you have a lot of things spread out over a lot of space.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do here.
With loose stuff like this, yeah.
Yeah.
Just get a shop vac, I think, and
Yeah.
suck up as much.
The on-card room's great.
Burn the whole
you can
fucking
just take
thing
this
down.
guy and
Yeah,
just wipe
that's
across the top, and I'm on to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, these loose figures. Whew. Dang, you're probably right. Shelf week's a good plan.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have any detolfs? Any glass cased? Any somewhat secure?
No.
How do you
No.
feel about that?
If I had the space for them, I probably would do that.
You think you would?
Yeah. Yeah, because then you just got to clean the
wipe down,
case.
Yeah, wipe down the case with like Windex.
Yeah.
If it's most, I mean, it probably still collects some inside, but not as much.
Yeah, not nearly as much as if it's in a in a cabinet.
I've heard a lot of collectors go back and forth on the detolfs are great, but then it gives it more of a museum look. Versus, I know a lot of people who don't like using it because they want the toy out in the open air, so it just feels more.
I mean, I would if I was going to do something like that, I would get like the kind of the kind of big display cabinets that you see in the toy stores that we go to, where big sliding door, so it's easy to get into and get things out. And I'm very much into, even though it's none of my stuff I'm very much into like diorama displays, which is what I'm working on with that flag in my basement and stuff. Like, that's how I want all of my stuff to be displayed. And that's just like a whole new level of pain in the ass when I'm trying to clean. And also a big reason why I am so far behind on where I wanted to be with it. Eventually, I'll get there.
Any other horror stories or tips or tricks?
No, my biggest horror story is the concrete.
Ugh,
Yeah, it's bad.
gross.
Or just don't do it, I guess. I mean, there's that.
Fuck it.
Do you think Jeremy does?
I don't know. Hey, Jeremy, do you dust? Comment.
Yeah.
I'll go yell out the door at him.
He's just next to it.
Hey!
Well, all right. Yeah, so there's lots of different ways. It's important.
Yeah.
There,
I mean,
you know,
Yeah, I probably should.
there, you know, if you
Dust that stuff.
also if you have your collection in any kind of place that has any kind of dampness, that dust and dampness will turn into a
nice
film of it can really hurt some toys.
Mhm.
I've definitely had some that, because I used to I had a basement that I had them out once, and just the moisture in the air with that dust, it can really put some.
It'll turn into mold and
Yeah.
all kinds of nasty shit.
So I'm all for the leaving it, but at the same time, it can
Get a dehumidifier.
also
Yeah,
so
that would
many
help.
machines you got to plug in.
I know.
This is serious business, folks.
I know.
I need to dust. I don't want to. Okay. Well, all right. Yeah, it's our biggest nemesis, probably, if you can deal with it. Because there's nothing. I mean, there's nothing better than seeing a freshly dusted, clean, perfect shelf, man. Oh, it's so cool. Hopefully, you guys can all get there. Well, let's take a quick break while Spooty tries to break some more shit over there. And
That's what I do.
we'll tell you about our podcast network. It's the PFPN, the Prescribed Films Podcast Network. There's over 30 awesome podcasts on this network. So you just go to thepfpn.com and you can see all the other shows and check them out. And this nice lady is going to tell you all about it.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
And we are back, and it's time for Elgin to take us on a store tour.
All right, today's store we're going to is called Music, City Toys, and Collectibles. It's at 101 West Main Street in Watertown, Tennessee. That's about 1 hour straight east of Nashville. According to their site, it says, quote, your southern fried source for all things pop culture. They have wrestling figures, a lot of them, DC and Marvel, Motu, Funko Pop, and more. From what I saw, a lot of newer items in box. The Transformers and Marvel stuff was like all in box type stuff. You can probably get it at retail stores now. And a lot of wrestling stuff, signatures and memorabilia like that. They get a lot of wrestlers in to do signings, in-store signings and stuff like that. And lots of wrestling. Did I mention wrestling? There's a lot of it there. Even their logo has a wrestler playing with toys in a ring. That's Music City Toys and Collectibles.
Sounds awesome.
It does look pretty cool, actually. That's Music City Toys and Collectibles, which apparently there's a difference. 101 West Main Street, Watertown, Tennessee.
That's up for debate.
But is there?
They sell both, so.
All right. Well, let's kick it over to Tori.
Take it over to Tor.
Tick it over to Talking Toys.
Hey there, everybody. It's TikTok Tori coming at you with some Talking Toys.
Have you made a TikTok yet?
No, I've never made one. I don't think I've ever even opened TikTok. I have seen them because of Facebook Reels.
Because I sent it to you on Messenger.
Yeah. So
That
then
too.
I don't have it on my phone, but it opens up in the browser, and then if
All
I
right,
try
Tori,
to watch
get to the
another
Talking
one, it's
Toys.
like no.
Tori.
All right, so dusting. Hey, let's talk about that. That's when you get really old and you can't make semen anymore, so it's just kind of a. For example, like Grandpa gave Grandma a good dusting last night, and that's all from Urban Dictionary because that's the first place I went.
Of course.
when you said let's talk about dusting, I was like, I'll bet
Your
there's some-
homepage.
Yeah. But
Also, the image you used for this post is very. I think it scared everybody off.
that's the first.
Like,
Because if I went to Urban Dictionary first and then I found the picture, I was
Of
like,
course, it all
old
makes sense.
lady French maid, and then there she is. Mark Dixon, he says, what kind of toys are we talking about here?
See, and that's
So, Mark, if you're wondering, the kind of toys that we're talking about are toys, not collectibles. And then Chris Madison, he says, if they're collecting dust, you aren't playing with them enough.
ooh.
It's true.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
that's why all mine are in totes.
Yeah, I have too many
because
to
they're
play
so
with.
big, you just
It's
can't
it.
carry them
Oh.
around.
So I can play with them.
And tickle them a little bit. But seriously, Canned Air is great for a first pass. Followed up by a makeup brush. Soft, thin bristles get into all the corners. Hey, thanks for that tip, Christopher.
You just take some duct tape and wrap it backwards around your hand and then just touch it everywhere.
yeah,
Paint stickers, it's fine.
It's fine.
it's got to be good duct tape though,
Yeah.
not that shitty Walmart
Like
stuff.
some
It's got to be like
Gorilla.
Gorilla
Yeah.
or
None of the last 30
It's
seconds
been like
is
setting
true.
out
Do
in the
not-
sun for a little bit, so it's
do
like
not listen to
good and
these
sticky.
two.
Bleach, sun, and
yes.
Gorilla
Make
tape.
sure, if
Just
you
throw
put
them in the
them-
washer.
Yeah, and if you put your toys in a big picture window, like on a south wall,
Yes.
with no obstructions, then you'll be able to see the dust a lot better.
Well,
Plastic
before we
will be so
go,
bright.
thanks everyone for writing those comments. Chris.
Helpful.
Yes, and these guys are the most helpful ever. Don't ever listen to them. What? Before we go, definitely want to remind you one more time that if you like our show and you want to help support the show, and the easiest way to do it is just tell a friend. Be like, hey, check out this cool show.
Yeah.
First, get friends. Then
Well,
tell
that's-
them.
Step one.
Step
Get
2, tell them
friends.
about our podcast. And then go find more friends.
Get friends.
But then, once you have your friends,
Might need to get some new friends.
but you don't even need friends for this next one. You can just go over to patreon.com/cracktasticplastic, slap down some money and help support the show. It's super appreciated. The show's free, but it isn't necessarily free to make. So,
It's true.
yeah, any support is very helpful.
It's not free to make because this shit is expensive.
Well, the money doesn't go to buying toys. It just
Oh.
goes
It
Does
should.
to
Why
get
not?
the show out there.
Oh, okay.
We can start a new tier. Well, that's for our wish list on
Yeah.
on
Oh,
the
yeah.
website.
We
So,
don't mention that enough.
I know.
We have wish lists on our website that has things on them that says
Yeah.
buy these things for us.
You can go to wishlist.cracktasticplastic.com. It takes you right there. See
Yay.
what we got. But before we go, definitely also want to mention our awesome patrons that we do have. We got Tony Miller.
Tony.
He's the first, awesomest. Chris Turnip Simmons, Peter Glinsman, and Alex LaForest.
What's up, Al?
I forgot a couple episodes ago that I did want to just mention that I got the honor. I got to be on another podcast. I got to be a guest on another show. It's called the Toy Cast with TFG1 Mike, and we kind of got to go over my origins from a little tyke to now, and he asked like 42 questions or something like that.
42
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's 9 times 6.
questions.
And yeah, so that's you can Geekcast Radio Network is the place. The show's called Toycast. It's episode 179. If you're listening to this, you can find their show Toycast. It's really great.
Awesome.
And hopefully you guys can be on it sometime too.
Definitely.
Nah.
Yeah, you're right.
Nah, pass.
I'll take Corey's spot.
Okay, Elgin's going twice.
Yeah. Be myself and Tori.
Well, we got to go do some dusting, so let's get out of here. And I call the top row. Thanks for listening.
Oh, I got to be on
everybody.
bottom.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.
Hey there, gang. Still listening? I'd like to take this brief moment to invite you to help support this independent podcast. By supporting the show, you get access to episodes early, shout-outs on the show, and be part of our exclusive chat. To learn more, go to patreon.com/cracktasticplastic.